Medieval times. What comes to your mind? Tournaments? Princes? Chivalry? Maybe burning stakes? Or flagellants? Yes, it's all correct, but for us...
For us, it's a miniature word placed in old manuscript margins. This word is full of eccentric and absurd humor, animals behaving as humans, fart jokes, and strange situations. We were expecting Middle Ages to be conservative and strict era. Marginalia has shown us that we didn't know real face of medieval society and their disturbing humor. My name is Dorota, and I am in charge of art and animation in Jasa Games.
I'm Wojciech, and I am game designer. We met 2 years ago in the games development course, and along with 3 more colleagues, we decided to set up Jasa Games and make something together. And by something, I obviously mean a video game. But what game genre would be the best for us? We started thinking about our favorite games. It turns out that everyone in the group had different favorite game and a different favorite game genre.
So I started looking for some inspirations. Someday, while scrolling through the internet, I saw this. It was a tiny scene painted on a medieval manuscript, somewhere below the script. I made a quick research and discovered medieval marginalia, an imaginary world placed in old manuscripts full of armed animals, strange creatures, and peculiar humor. Thanks to the effort of technology and libraries, which digitize their collections and make them available online, I could live through the digitalized old manuscript from my desk. I shared my discovery to our group, and we decided to make a video game based on this unique word.
Yes, then we had a setting, but we still didn't choose game genre. We had a lot of discussions. We thought about adventure game, action platformer, even logic game, but we didn't make our minds until we saw this. No. This. I knew then that turn-based strategy game would be the perfect choice for us.
So we started to prototype. We combined our inspirations. Medieval marginalia, Monty Python humor, medieval stereotypes and archetypes, children's drawing, memes, and gameplay inspirations from games like Worms, Heroes of Might and Magic, or Steam or Heist. After many iterations, loads of hard work, few failed attempts, and loads of research, we came up with this.
The Inkulinati are a mysterious group of Illuminators who possess an extraordinary substance, living ink. They traverse medieval lands in search of worthy rivals. When they found one, they create battlefields and emerges, which they filled with their drawn beasts. The Illuminations came to life and engaged themselves in fierce battles.
In Inkulinati, you take on the role of a medieval illuminator, who uses the living ink to paint and command an army of creatures in order to defeat numerous opponents and become the master of illumination. What does a player do in the game? When two players decide to have a duel in Inkulinati, they want to destroy each other's illuminated army. And to do that, they use the living ink to draw animal units. Then, they move units and perform actions on them like attack or play a trumpet. They can also use Illuminator's hands to make a difference on the battlefield. And finally, they collect the living ink left after the dead bodies and then use it to draw new units.
At the beginning, player choose Illuminators, their representation in the game. Player would have variety of options. For example, there will be Hildegard, a subtle but very clever abbess who adores rabbits and her voice has healing powers. Or there will be a Godfrey, mighty knight who loves dogs and his punch makes whole manuscripts shake.
And with making Illuminator's hands realistic, we wanted to connect two worlds. Imaginary and eccentric world of medieval marginalia and real world where manuscripts and illuminators exist. So it makes our game a kind of medieval illuminator who had access to magical ink simulator.
Units are the most important element of our game. They make Inkulinati ticks, so we put most of our work effort into them. Apart from warrior rabbits and bard donkeys, in the game you can come across warrior dogs, bishop cats, and the like.
As we wanted the game to be as grotesque and bizarre as original marginalia, we decided that not only appearance of units should be strongly embedded in medieval manuscripts, but also actions they can perform. Therefore, that's why we decided that actions like playing a trumpet with the bottom or praying should be at least as useful as performing attack. Therefore, where you show a bomb to the opponent, he can't move till the next round. Also, your opponent can be forced by barking dogs to run away out of the level and die in the void of margins. In our game, it's sometimes even better to pray than to fight. Oh, sorry. And because of these varied and grotesque actions, we believe that our game is not only turn-based strategy game about illuminated animal battles, but it's also a game about strange things happening on the battlefield. And in such a way, I believe that medieval illuminators would love to play our game.
Our journey through medieval marginalia continues. While we are still in development, we will be making more research through the medieval books, searching for perfect inspirations, writing more lines of code, designing new creatures, finding new ways for units to behave improperly in front of opponents, and making historical consultations with discarded images. What to expect from Inkulinati?
What to expect?
It's not finished yet.
Inkulinati. Spanish Inquisition. Text generator. Deadly snails. And duel with death itself. What to expect from
Once again.
Inkulinati?
And that's all. Feel free to contact us by email, Facebook, or Twitter, and thank you very much.